Hello everyone and welcome. So up to this point in our Mandarin studies, we've really been focused on the absolute fundamentals, right? Naming things, table, chair, person. But today, we're going to take a really crucial step forward. We're moving from just naming to actually describing, moving from a world of simple nouns to one that's filled with color and detail. And believe me, this is where the language really starts to come alive.
So the big question we're tackling today is pretty fundamental. How do we make that jump? How do we get from saying this is a book to saying this is a read book? It's a challenge every single language learner faces. And the answer in Mandarin, well, it lies in this really simple, kind of elegant grammatical structure that we are about to unlock together.
All right, let's dive right in. Take a look at this sentence. This is 红色的书. This is going to be our case study for today. Now, it might look simple, but I promise you, these 5 little characters hold the key to a really powerful descriptive formula in Mandarin. We're going to break it down piece by piece so you can really understand the logic behind how it works.
Okay, first things first. Let's just get the basics on the table. The pronunciation in pinyin is 这是红色的书, and the translation is simply this is a read book. Got it? Good, because by the end of our session today, you won't just know what it means, you're going to understand why it's built the way it is.
So let's start at the beginning. Just like building a house, you have to start with the foundation. Before we can describe anything, we have to establish what it is we're even talking about. So our first stop is the subject and the verb.
Our sentence kicks off with the character zhe, pronounced zeche. This is what's called a demonstrative pronoun, and its job is basically to point at things. Think of it like a verbal finger, pointing to an object that's right here in front of us. It sets the stage, telling us we're talking about this thing. It's our anchor.
Right after our subject, we have shi, or shi. Now, this is one of the most important verbs you're going to learn in Mandarin. It's the verb to be, is, am, are. It acts like a giant equal sign, connecting our subject, this, to whatever comes next. So, what we have so far is zhe, shi, zhe, shi. This is a simple, solid foundation to build on.
Okay, now for the fun part, the description itself. How does Mandarin say read? It's actually not just one character, which is interesting. It's a compound idea, and that's a really common pattern you'll see for colors in the language.
So the word for red is 红色, 红色. Now notice English uses one word, red. Mandarin often uses this 2-character compound. It's a pattern that makes the meaning incredibly precise. Let's pull it apart and see what's inside.
The first character, hong, or hong, is really the heart of the word. This is the character that carries the core meaning of red. And just as a cultural side note, this character is deeply connected with concepts of good fortune, happiness, and celebration in Chinese culture. But let's look even closer at the character's DNA.
Now this is where it gets really fascinating. Look closely at the left side of that character, hong. See that little component there? That is known as the silk radical. Radicals are the fundamental building blocks of characters, and they often give us a clue about the meaning. The silk radical here is an amazing piece of linguistic history. It tells us that the concept of the color red is historically tied to the ancient and very important practice of dyeing silk fabrics. Culture is literally woven into the language itself. And for any of you planning to live or work in a Chinese-speaking environment, understanding these layers is huge. This isn't just a color. It's a direct link to a legacy of trade, art, and craftsmanship that shaped China.
Okay, so after hong, we have the character se, which is se. And se literally just means color. So when you put them together, hong se, what you're literally saying is red color. This is a super common and useful pattern. You can take a character for another color, like lan for blue, or hei for black, add se to the end, and you've explicitly marked it as a color. It's very logical.
So we have our subject and verb, this is, and we have our adjective, red color. But how do we actually connect that description to the thing we're describing? We're missing a crucial piece. We need some grammatical glue. And in Mandarin, that glue is one of the most important little particles you will ever learn.
And here it is. This is the, pronounced de. Now, this character doesn't really have a direct one-to-one translation in English, but its function is absolutely essential. It's the bridge, it's the link that connects the adjective, 红色, to the noun that's about to come. It effectively turns red color into a descriptive phrase, something like red-colored or of red color. Without this the sentence just falls apart. So your big takeaway here is adjective plus the is the standard go-to way to modify a noun.
And final,
the last piece of our puzzle. What is the thing we're actually describing? It's shu, which means book. This is the noun that our entire descriptive phrase, 红色的, is attached to.
So now, let's just put it all back together and see the structure in action. Step 1, we start with our subject and verb, 这是, 这是. Step 2, we bring in our adjective, 红色, 红色. Step 3, we add that essential linking particle, the. And finally, step 4, we name the noun we're modifying, shu. You see? It's a clear, logical, step-by-step process.
Okay, understanding the grammar is half the battle, but that's all it is, half. Now we have to make it sound right. We need to learn how to say it correctly, naturally. So let's shift gears and have a little pronunciation clinic.
All right, let's really practice this. We'll go slowly at first, and I want you to really focus on hitting those tones. Repeat after me. First, 这. It's a sharp, falling fourth tone. Think of a command, like stop. 这. Good. Next, 是. Another sharp, decisive fourth tone. 是. Then, home. This one's a rising second tone, like you're asking a question. Hong. Then, 是. We're back to a falling fourth tone. 是. After that, we have 的. It's a neutral tone, so it's very light, very quick, almost unstressed. 的. And finally, ሹ, a high, flat first tone. Hold it like you're singing a note. ሹ. Okay, now let's put it all together at a more natural speed. 这是红色的书. Hear that rhythm? That's what we're aiming for.
Now, there are a few common trip-ups I want you to be aware of. First, hitting those two fourth tones back-to-back, 是and se, can be tricky. You need a sharp, quick drop in pitch for each one. Don't let them get lazy and blend together. Second, that sh sound in sh and shu. It's a retroflex sound. This is so important. The tip of your tongue needs to curl up and back toward the roof of your mouth, but don't let it touch. It creates a sort of hollow space. It is not the same as the English sh in shu. Third, make sure your second tone on hung actually goes up. A lot of students make it sound flat. And last but not least, that neutral tone on the. It's the secret to sounding natural. It has to be light and quick. It's what connects the words smoothly.
All right, we have deconstructed this sentence, we've examined every single piece, and we've put it all back together. So now, let's synthesize everything we've learned into one simple, powerful formula that you can start using immediately.
Here it is. This is the blueprint. Subject plus 是 plus your adjective plus that all-important da plus your noun. This simple formula is the key. It's the key to creating countless descriptive sentences. This is a big house. That is a new car. She is a smart student. Guess what? They all follow this exact same pattern. So, why did we spend all this time on just one sentence? Because honestly, this structure is a total game changer. It's what takes you from simply pointing at things and naming them, cat, to actually describing them. That is a small black cat. It transforms your Mandarin from just a list of vocabulary words into a truly expressive, descriptive language. This is a massive step on your path to fluency.
So to wrap up, I'm going to leave you with a little challenge. You now have the formula. You have the blueprint for description in Mandarin. So I want you to look around you, right now. How would you say, this is a blue car? What about that is a black cat? The tools are officially in your hands. Now it's your turn to start building.